Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be doing a spoiler-free review of Eternals. Eternals is directed by Chloe Zhao, and this is the third film in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, before I get into this review, there is a lot of controversy surrounding this movie, and it's kind of bothering me that this movie is getting like review bombed because it's doing something different, I guess you can say, in terms of diversity and representation. And I'm just going to say this right now to anybody that comes across this channel. If you are straight, gay, bisexual, lesbian, pansexual, you're trans, does not matter. I don't care if you're Chinese, black, Japanese, Korean, doesn't matter. An alien. I'm going to love and accept you for who you are. And I feel like in today's society, humans are more accepting and are more loving. Yes, there are issues still that are happening in this world that we have to address and that we have to come together to find better ways to solve things and things of that nature. But I don't think the diversity and the representation is bad in this film, and the fact that there's critics out there who are homophobic and things of that nature, it's very sad. And I'm not trying to start controversy. I'm not trying to spread negativity or anything like that. I'm just trying to spread awareness that these issues are very serious. So with that being said, I hope that you guys could be open-minded and try to be unbiased, because I'm not trying to stir the pot or anything, but sometimes these things have to be addressed because they make us feel uncomfortable and because it's true about the things that are happening in this world. Okay, so Eternals. They are beings and they have to protect the planets, and specifically with Eternals that we see in this film, they're on Earth to protect planet Earth from the Deviants, which is our like these alien species who pretty much destroy human beings. And the Celestials created the Eternals to for them to protect Earth and other planets or things of that nature. So this movie takes place 5 years after the events of Avengers Endgame, which is a film that you guys should all see. It was the biggest film of 2020 or 2019. Sorry, 2019, not 2020. So I want to talk about the characters or the cast real quick, because the cast and characters is what made this movie so damn fucking good. So, and yes, I loved this movie. After seeing it last night in IMAX and having a whole night and half of a day to collect my thoughts, I really enjoyed this film. So I have three favorite characters. The first one is Druig. I related to him the most because I agreed with his viewpoints in terms of how he felt about humanity and what they should do with humanity. And I really felt for him because these characters, they've been around for millions of years, and as time goes by, you see them that they really struggle inside with things that are happening around them and with each other. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the film where it wasn't like they were just blank characters. I was emotionally invested with all of them because all of them had something unique and different perspectives in terms of how they see the Earth and the universe and things of that nature. So Droid was the one that I agree with the most. Next up is, I think it was Kingo. Bro, Kingo was the comedic relief of this film. He was so much fun to watch, and I could see why he's going to be a lot of people's favorite character in this movie, because he was just like, every moment he was on screen, I was just like, yes, just give me more of him. He's just super fucking great in this movie. Third one being Cersei. I can see a lot of people loving Cersei in this film as well because she was loving, endearing, she cared, and she had a huge responsibility, throughout the film. And I thought it was very interesting to see how she was going to handle things throughout the movie. So those are my three favorite characters. The rest of the characters, all great. Love them all. They brought something great to the table, something great to the film. I just loved everything about them. And that's what made this movie so great, was the character interactions between each other. There was a lot of intense scenes, a lot of emotional scenes, a lot of funny scenes, but there was a lot of serious moments in this film too. And I think that conflict and character and story and things of that nature is what makes a movie great, and I feel like it was done very well. Another thing too about Eternals, visually, this movie is stunning. It is beautiful. I was blown away by how well this movie was shot and the cinematography in this film. That is going to lead to my cons in the movie. Unfortunately, I was not a big fan of the pacing at times because in this film they go from present day to the past, and sometimes depending on who you are as a viewer, that could kind of throw you off in terms of like what is happening in the story or trying to understand certain things or trying to connect like plot points and things of that nature. So I had a problem with that. Two, the villain, for me, the villain was underwhelming. And that's something that I've noticed in the MCU that yes, we've had great villains such as Loki, Thanos, Killmonger, Vulture, but I feel like at the same time, a lot of the villains are just like throwaway villains or and they're misses, and it's just like goddamn, like I feel like you need a great villain in a movie to make it much better. So that was kind of unfortunate. And CGI. I know I said that the movie is visually beautiful, but there were at times where you could tell that it was green screen, and that's kind of a given at this point with these big blockbuster superhero films. Is that you could tell when something's green screen when you watch so many movies, but CGI was kind of a bit off, and I feel like that there were dull moments throughout the film, and I feel like some jokes didn't land, but most of the jokes did land for the most part. So with that being said, I really enjoyed Eternals. This was a great film. If you can see it in IMAX, go see it in IMAX because it was shot with IMAX cameras, and a lot of the movie was shot with IMAX. So with IMAX cameras, so it didn't have the black bars on the bottom and the top when they showed the IMAX scenes, and they looked. It was visually beautiful. Oh, and the action was great too. Love the action in this film. But with that being said, if I had to rate this movie out of 10, I'm going to give Eternals a 9. I don't agree with the critics. I respect the critics' opinions or their views on the film, but I just feel like the movie is not a bad film because there was so much good and many great moments in this film with the characters and the story. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know if you liked the movie or disliked it. I would like to engage in a conversation with all of you. A quick heads up. I'm going to be reviewing all the live-action Spider-Man films because Spider-Man No Way Home comes out next month, and I want to kind of like get to these Spider-Man reviews, so be on the lookout for that. But anyways, thank you very much, and you guys have a wonderful day.